Hello everybody and welcome to this random super impromptu stream here. I am here with Krusty and Kevin. Welcome, welcome. Oh wait, hold on. Let me turn your guys' audio on so they can actually hear you.
Oh, did they not hear us
There we
before?
go. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Hello guys, I'm Kevin.
And it's
Nice.
coming back
The
into my life.
Ninjago game.
We're just gonna talk about all the new stuff because there's a lot of things, and I just kind of want to talk about Ninjago because it's fun too right now. So yeah, Krusty, you just mentioned the comics got a new description.
Yeah, I'll send it to the Discord.
Sick. Also, chat, you're gonna have to let me know if the audio is all good because I did not do any audio tests before this.
It takes place during the Serpentine War.
Yo.
Oh.
It seems
Now
to be
more
building
so.
off of the flashbacks in the Garmadon comic. If the end about like resisting temptation is anything to go off of.
Well, I gotta get this day one now.
Yeah, same.
I'm excited. I'm actually really excited for that. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna.
This year is looking nuts for Ninjago.
Okay, here we go.
What we had to do was sift through the mediocre season 2 tie-in shorts, and now we've hit the peak. Hopefully.
No, because like all the set images coming out of nowhere, and like the teaser and like the comics now, it's like, and like I still have a few worries. I'm not gonna lie. I'm worried about season 2 still. I feel like
I do too.
No matter what, I can't be in a state of peace where it's like you'd think after Dragon's Rising season 1, I'd be like, okay, yeah, they've proven that like the show's gonna be good. But I'm still like kind of worried. Like I feel like a lot of stuff could go wrong.
Yeah, but they proved the show wouldn't have status quo problems anymore after Seabound.
I mean, yeah.
And then they unproved it.
Yeah, it's like anything could go wrong.
Anything could go wrong, but I'm cautiously excited as hell.
Yeah. Peak versus Zombies, dude. I played Garb Warfare 2 because I don't know why. I've just been playing this game a lot recently. It's fun. And
I have also a weapon, which is just don't watch any of the trailers.
See, I was really tempted not to watch the teaser, but then I bit the bullet. I was like, okay, it's just a teaser. I'm probably not gonna watch. Like, the thing is, it's hard to be like, I'm not gonna watch any of the trailers, right? Because like, last year with the Dragon's Rising stuff, like I feel like I got really spoiled on a lot of the season because of the marketing.
Mm.
And like that's already kind of happened because of like Baby Ryu and stuff. But like because it's a set, I kind of get it now, why they revealed it in the way they did. But like it's like the fine line where it's like I want to still like I want to be a part of Ninjago discourse, and I don't want to just leave Twitter for like a few months because of the trailers.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't really want to watch the trailers because I kind of want to experience it blind. But like being part of the Ninjago community, that's like a luxury I don't think like you can really have. To just not engage with any of the hype season, because like that's a big part of it.
I mean, just imagine being part of a franchise where the trailers just spoil everything.
Yeah. I mean, like last year, literally, like I feel like so much stuff got spoiled in the trailers. Like so much
or like
stuff
they at least like showed enough that we were able to be like, okay, we can piece together how everything happens by the time.
And it's like I still enjoyed the watch experience. It didn't completely ruin it for me, but I'm being cautious this time. I'm like,
Like, I mean, I'm probably gonna. I don't know. I say I'm not gonna watch the trailers. Like, I made it an exception with the teaser because I don't, because you know that's like our first taste of it. But like,
right, yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I can kind of see what you're saying though. Like, I'm
not watching the trailers. Like, I feel like I want to, but
unless like someone like leaks the episodes early, then we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Lego.
But they're already coming out really soon. Yeah, the release date, for anyone who's unaware, it's April 4th, correct?
Yeah, that seems to be what the countdown is.
So expect the episodes to come out, like, I don't know.
A week.
March 15th. March 15th, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. But like
the first 5 episodes
they're all gonna drop tomorrow in German.
Yeah, they'll be out tonight, actually. This stream's gonna be outdated in about a few hours.
What if it just releases right as we're talking?
Dude,
Kevin, you're about to
I would
jinx
not
it.
even be surprised.
You're getting very dangerous here.
I would not even be
Let's just get
surprised.
clipped here.
Yeah, what are my thoughts on the teaser? I like the teaser. I think it showed just enough. I do find it very funny. I guess to anyone who hasn't been on Twitter, that they did accidentally show Jay. They definitely did accidentally show Jay in that teaser, which is definitely not something I predicted, guys.
I don't know how people are thinking that's Nia.
Yeah, I don't. People are coping in that case. That is cope. That is cope.
I get it. Modern Jay sucks, but like, come on, that is Jay.
That is literally Jay.
He literally
that is 100% Jay. I will, I'll completely admit if I'm wrong and the episodes come out and it was Nia and the lighting was weird, but no, that is, from what we've seen, that is definitely Jay, and I think that's hilarious.
Like that's in front of
that's the first time we see him. Oh wait, that's way too many.
See, I think some of the footage in that's from part 2.
I think you could be right.
Like,
I mean, I could see Jay coming back in the first 10
grown
episodes.
Up in the background of that. And
yeah.
I think probably part 1 is gonna have baby Ryu, part 2 is gonna be grown up Ryu. Because like I think at some point they're gonna pull a Child's Play and like age Ryu up like in an instant.
Yeah. I have a feeling that Ryu might be like chompy in the way that he like can transform between the two, which would be kind of repetitive, but like I wouldn't be surprised.
I feel like if he could do that, he would have done it last season.
Because I feel like, I mean, I would see if they wanted to save it now, because I don't know if they want to ditch the baby design fully either. I don't know what they're thinking with design changes anyway, because they refuse to give Sora and Aaron new designs for what I'm guessing is marketability. Yet they're gonna change the design of their most marketable like character. It's odd.
It's just Lego, man.
It's just I don't know what Legos thinking about that.
Everyone's just gotta throw away their Ryu plushies now. What's the point?
Yeah, they're outdated.
Mass burning of Ryu plushies.
No, it's just weird to have like a really marketable baby design, like dragon design, that's like really good for the marketing, and then throw it out already. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna have some kind of.
Fast.
I feel like he's gonna have some ability to change forms, but I don't know.
But like the thing is, the sets like very explicitly say that is grown up Ryu. Like
yeah,
the baby design's called Baby Ryu, then the set design is called Young Dragon Ryu. I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah, Twitter is gonna. Yeah, that's the other thing about avoiding trailers is Twitter's just gonna talk about it anyway. So if I'm gonna avoid trailers, I'd have to avoid all of Ninjago Twitter.
Yeah, and it's like I can't.
You have to exile yourself.
Which is like I don't know. Like I just enjoy being a part of the community discourse when it comes to that kind of stuff. It's fun. So it's like it's kind of worth it in a sense. I don't know. It's weird.
It's a fun experience. But like I remember, it reminds me of how someone was like, I'm probably gonna not watch the trailer, and then I was just like, you don't really need to. Everyone's just posting all the images anyway, and the clips are so short that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Also, chat, let me know if the audio levels are good. I didn't do any audio tests before this, so I have no clue.
I will say though, like it was cool to see like the new footage. I actually made a tweet about this. You didn't see it, but like I actually like that we got. Like it is cool to finally see some clips of season 2. But if I'm honest, I do find the trailers editing to be not that good.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of standard teaser trailer Ninjago editing. It's like a bunch of stuff.
For me, I mean, it was probably the most frustrating teaser for me then, just at least more than usual, I guess, because like I had no idea what the heck I was watching. Like
there's a lot.
Yeah, they like throw so much, and like the clips are so short that you have to really pause to like even know what's happening.
Yeah.
Which was a little.
Yeah, that's what I had to do. I just like I barely even like I watched it the first time, but then I just kind of slowly like skimmed through it just to see all the shots.
And then it just kind of ends.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you look at it, it's like the shots are so short. It is kind of just a bunch of like screenshots.
Yeah, it's literally just screens. Like you can literally only.
But
like,
I think that's fine for the first teaser because it's like, okay, we don't want to, because again, like I don't want to see too much, you know.
We've got like a whole 2-month-long marketing campaign coming up yet.
Yeah, and Ninjago's like, usually pretty, or Lego like with Dragon's Rising has been pretty consistent about releasing trailers, so I feel like it wouldn't be too far-fetched to expect the next one in like a week or two.
Maybe tomorrow.
Or
I
tomorrow.
think we can probably expect something else in like maybe 2 weeks' time because this is just like a little teaser.
Yeah.
So I think like the marketing's really gonna kick up around like March.
I will say though, like I did watch like the first Dragon's Rising teaser to compare, and it's just like even then, like comparing like how the clips are presented, it's just like the clips are. I at least had like an impression of what was going on in like the first teaser, but like everything just moves so fast in the second teaser that like I have like no impression because it doesn't give me a chance to even make one.
I mean, the first teaser was basically just the merge.
Yeah, the first teaser was, I mean, the first teaser being the merge was like really effective because we got like a clear premise right off the spot. Well, not really a clear premise. We got like an interesting hook.
Well, you get a clearer picture.
Yeah.
It's like
though you could kind of like I feel like the through line with this is kind of like what the sets have been advertising this whole time. It's like, okay, we have Roz, he has a whole wolf army. There's a gong, he hits the gong and they power up. So that's kind of what we know.
Evil guys here. They look cool. And they're fighting the ninja, which we only see for a second.
In terms of a premise, I mean that's kind of what we've got so far. So I'm interested to see like what kind of story they're gonna do. I'm interested to see what characters they even choose to like focus on. Because you know you'd think by this like a lot of people are hoping for an Eren story, but there's not really many signs pointing to that being the case so far. So.
I mean, but there's not really many signs pointing to that not being the case.
Yeah. I'd say the only thing is like it does seem like Wildfire's getting quite a bit of focus in the sets at least. But that doesn't have to mean anything.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah, I think the teaser was good. In terms of the set wave, I actually really like the sets a lot. I don't know how many of them I'll get, because like the prices are really iffy on a lot of them.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I like pretty much all of them. I think the only one I don't really like is like the Eren buggy.
Yeah, that set is kind of awful.
That's my least favorite too.
But yeah.
Like I know people say it's like it has that like Ninjago vehicle look, but it just looked too basic for me.
See, I don't think it does. Like if you compare it to like Lloyd's Jungle Raider or like Cole's Rock Raider, like it looks like a half-built set.
It looks more like
like it doesn't really have much to it. It just looks like a basic vehicle build. It doesn't even like scream to me.
Especially for that price.
Also, half of it is the Wolf Warrior color scheme for some reason.
Yeah.
Like I'd understand if it was like the blue, because obviously like Urban Aaron has that on, but there's also like purple bits in there as well.
I almost would have rather they made like a Wolf Warrior like a vehicle set.
Yeah, it feels like they wanted to, and then Lego last minute was just like, "Oi, what are you doing? We don't do villain vehicles anymore."
Yeah.
Go back to 2014. What are you doing here?
Oh man, but I gave it this orange color thingy. What am I gonna do with this? Oh wait, Aaron has a similar color. Just give it to him.
Quick, just recolor the cheapest possible parts to orange.
Yeah, it's strange. Yeah, I really like. I love the what is it? I don't remember the name of the sets. It's like the dragon fountain thing. That set's really cool.
Yeah, the shrine is really
cool.
The shrine? Yeah, I love that.
That is stupid expensive.
But the amount, yeah, like $120 for that. It's like I get it. I get like why, because like the piece count, how intricate it is. It's just, I don't know. Like I'm still
that much.
I'm still thinking like about it, but I don't know. Like with Lego VIP points discount, maybe. What the
I don't know.
heck has happened?
I really don't know what sets I'm going to be getting like I'll probably get the I guess I'll probably get like the buildable Ryu,
Yeah, I'm definitely getting that one.
and I guess I'll probably get the Kai mech because like you get Clamor Kai and like the new Wildfire minifigure. So I'll probably get those. I'm not sure about the others though.
I definitely want to get the Ryu build. I really like that design. I mean, the show version has grown on me a little bit of the adult Ryu, but like the set design, I always ever since that was shown off, I always liked the set of it. So that was pretty good, even if it's pretty small. There's not a whole lot done with it, detail wise.
And we also get a more accurate, well, I say more accurate version of Sora's hair.
Yeah, more accurate technically, but not quite what everyone was hoping for.
I still think it looks decent.
It looks good enough for what it needs to be.
It serves the job.
It's like Kai's old rubber hairpiece from like the rebooted when it came out in the rebooted wave. It's like it serves the purpose.
Or even just Kai's movie hairpiece now, because like that's still not like accurate.
I mean, isn't it just like taller?
Yeah.
Yeah, the show version just made it
like
short.
The show version is like squished down. It always really bugs me when I look at the Kai hairpiece and remember this is bigger than it's meant to be.
I kind of just want to see like edits of the show where someone just makes that like how it's supposed to look like. Just make it longer.
I mean, I like how they shortened it in the show. I think.
Yeah,
it looks a lot better in the show.
Real life counterpart is a bit much.
Like that's why I'm kind of getting a comical look just imagining that, just
Yeah.
making it a little taller.
Yes, the new Garmadon. I'm really excited about the new Garmadon comics or whatever.
Same.
That was the way that just like came out right after like an hour or so after the trailer teaser.
Yeah. That's what like prompted me to do this stream, because I was thinking like I wanted to do it before, and then I was like, okay, maybe not, and then I saw that and I was like, okay, there's so much happening right now. I feel like I have to stream something, because I don't make like news videos, so it's not like my thoughts on YouTube are very up to date all the time. So it's like, it's always fun to just stream. Yeah, I'm really excited about that, especially if it's like during the Serpentine War, and especially if it like ties the lore behind like whatever the Wolf Mask guys are to what's happening in current day.
Yeah, I'm like, because like I know like many of the fans, if there's one thing many of us were asking for, it was like more like stories surrounding like the Serpentine Wars, and the fact that we're gonna get like some version of that in this comic, that's actually going to be something very exciting.
Basically the flashback from the first Garmadon comic, but like expanded into a whole comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really
hype.
Curious to see how it'll tie into those like flashbacks and all the information we know.
Oh jeez.
I think the way it's going to tie in is just the kind of in the thematic sense of like Garmadon resisting temptation.
Yeah.
Because like the whole like Serpentine War flashback is a bit of him like almost giving in and betraying everyone. So having like a whole comic like centered around that is kind of like a pretty natural jumping off point from there.
I wonder if we'll get like any mention of like the Time Twins. So like, because like I know that was like more of a Hands of Time edition that they were in the Serpentine War. So I wonder if they'll like have that connection there, so they can tie that in with the Serpentine Wars a little more. Like I guess just like a reference, like, oh, just the mention of their names, and that's it.
Any content we get about like the Serpentine War is always super exciting to me, because I always felt like that was like a piece of Ninjago lore that is like so ripe for just like a more like stuff about it. Yeah.
I mean, in a perfect
like such an ideal time for just pumping out so many prequels.
I mean, in a perfect world, I would like like maybe like a small spin-off show, but that's just the
Yeah.
perfect world. We're not in one.
Yeah, that would. I don't know how that would work because the budget required for that would be a lot more. And I'm guessing that's why they do the comics instead.
Well, yeah, I think realistically, I would really like to at least see comics of like the Serpentine Wars.
I think a Serpentine War comic would go really hard.
So it's great to finally have something related to that. I'm really curious to see, what they do, and basically, as Krusty was talking about, like, go into that journey with Garmadon.
Yeah,
Because, if they...
go ahead.
Yeah, because, like, if they, like, as Krusty was saying, like, how Garmadon was, like, trying to resist temptation with the darkness and stuff, like, that will, like, I feel like this story will probably enhance and reinforce, like, what we've seen of the flashbacks from Tournament.
Yeah.
I'm talking, the flashback in the Garmadon comic with Mogra.
Yeah.
I was thinking of that, but the tournament stuff actually works well as well.
I have not read that. I have yet to read the comics, unfortunately.
You need to read the
No
comics.
way, it's been out for like 2 years.
Well, it's not like I can find it so easily around here.
Yeah, I was able to pirate like the last part of it like in like 5 minutes, I think. It's
Listen,
probably on,
I just want physical copies, okay?
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I don't have a
I'm
physical
gonna get around
copy
to
of
getting
it.
the physical copy at some point as well.
I have
Yeah,
the
me
first
too.
issue at least, so I guess I have no excuse for not reading it now, but I would like to have the other issues and just read them all back to back.
Do we know when those comics are slated to come out?
Yeah, I think like May sometime.
I think it was like May 22nd.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Let me check real quick. Yeah, May 22nd.
So
Yeah,
we
we're
got
really eating good this year.
packed schedule.
Yeah, it's like great to know, like, now we're not just gonna get like, a show, we're also gonna get like these comics as well, which is pretty great.
The Ninjago drought that really wasn't that long, but seemed very long because of Twitter recently. It's coming to a close in a big way, it seems.
Listen, I've been in the sea-bound crystallized drought.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking this whole time. It's like the absolute deterioration of Ninjago Twitter over the past couple of like weeks is so weird to me because it feels like we just got Dragon's Rising Part 2. It does not.
Yeah, it's insane
seem
how
that long
literally
ago.
just the entire Twitter community has been like lobotomized because we didn't have any Ninjago content for like a month.
Yeah.
I'll just say I was just having my fun. And people were just judging.
It's funny to me. That's really funny.
I like how, because like when I was just going through my crazier era, because I'm always crazy, like people were just like quote tweeting saying, "Lego, you gotta release season 2." That was all the
guys. We need season 2 immediately.
We need season 2 now.
We need to free this man.
They listened.
Yep.
Oh man, Kevin 11 guys going too insane. We gotta release some stuff.
Now I'm wondering what this because now it's like okay with part 2, right? If they're still doing the 2-part thing, which I'm guessing they are. When is that gonna come out? Is that gonna be like October? Because at that point, Ninjago Twitter cannot handle that.
God. I'm thinking it'll probably come out in like August.
Yeah. It's weird. The whole schedule I feel like has been like shifted from what it normally is.
Yeah, it's usually June, October, and then I feel like it's just shifted like 2 months forward. Which I'm happy with.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason to push the entire Ninjago release schedule for that year into the back half.
True.
I'm really hoping those episodes, if part 2 does come out in August, I really hope it does not come out when we're like having the trip.
Oh god, yeah. That'd be stupid awkward. I had to contend with being out of the country when Part 2 dropped last year. I don't want to do that again.
The shorts came out 3 weeks ago. Yeah, exactly. Us Ninjago fans can't go 2 weeks without new content.
Literally, like
mean,
we got a whole like
there's
short
one silver
series
lining.
and
You
wave
could
of
do a group
sets.
watch. You could do a group watch, record
That's
it, and get more content out of it.
There you go.
Ninjago Twitter was just like, you took my only content. Now I'm gonna stop.
We had like the set leaks right before that too. Like it feels like it's been like looking back, it feels like it's been almost like non-stop stuff happening.
Yeah, like
as compared to
I feel like we finally
is,
rebounded from the Seabound drought.
Ninjago rebound.
I feel like Ninjago has finally rebounded from it. Because like those episodes airing early derailed the entire franchise for so long. And it was just like, oh, enjoy having 7-month gaps between anything. And that's like the
See, we say this now, and now all the episodes are going to leak tomorrow, and we're not going to have... Part 1 and Part 2 are going to leak, and we won't get any Ninjago content until next December.
They'll also leak in German as well, just because, like...
They'll leak in German, and then the English version won't even come out on the release day, it'll come out later.
Real.
Man, but that Seabound crystallized drought, that was just rough. I feel like just an experienced veteran now coming out of that.
Yeah, as a Ninjago fan, I've just drowned like basically like most of that time out of my head.
Yeah,
because like it wasn't even worth the wait.
April.
Yeah,
because
that's the worst part.
It's like imagine like sitting there for like a year and a half, super excited, and you find out what you've been waiting for is to get like shot in the chest.
I remember talking about this with someone though, like the other day, like how like Seabound finished airing on like April 2021, and then we had to wait for April 2022 for Lego to like actually start promoting like stuff for the new season. So we had to wait a year of just doing nothing.
January 2024 is the time we're starving. This is the January
2024 new comic series announced.
The biggest Ninjago drought we've ever faced.
No,
we can't take this.
I don't know how I survived January 2024.
I don't know how we...
Oh, we got a whole short series and a wave of sets. Oh, we are being starved here.
I remember just like finding those new sets in the bookstore, like I think a few days before New Year's. Meanwhile, everybody else was just like, "Where are the new sets?"
Yeah, I found it like before Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah, I remember like I just found the Cole mech one day. It's like way before they were meant to come out.
Dude, I remember Tim posted a picture of the sets. I just commented, I think in all caps, where like a Batman interrogating the Joker.
Where are they?
And he just replied, oh, what was it? Entertainer. You know that scene from Breaking Bad where Gus just texts Walt saying like, oh, I'm ready to make a sale, do it now, and he has to like go on like a mad drive down to Jesse's house to get the product. I literally just like sprinted out of my house after I saw that tweet and got the bus and just sprinted down to the toy shop. And then walked in and I just took every set off the shelf.
You're just like, give me all of them.
I'll be honest. I processed none of that. All I was thinking about is just that Breaking Bad edit of him being in Mario Kart.
That is absolutely immaculate.
Yeah, lots happening now. I don't even see. I still don't know how to feel about like season 2 because I feel like like I said near the beginning of the stream, it's just like I'm still like there's still a lot of stuff that I feel like I'm worried about. But I also feel like I should have more faith by this point. But like we're never truly.
Like, on the other hand, we've been in like peak hours before already to immediately get like
we're never
talented in the chest.
We're never truly safe. And I feel like last year I was so relieved for Dragon's Rising Season 1 being like as good as it was. I was like, I need this to be good. And I was like, okay, once I know that Dragon's Rising Season 1's gonna be good, I'm gonna be like all clear. I'm gonna be like, alright, I'm have full faith in it. And I'm never gonna have to like worry about like any seasons like being terrible. But now it feels worse this year. Because
like,
now
okay,
it's like we have something good. Please don't mess it up. Please.
Listen, it's because you have hope and now it's easier to take away.
It's like it's worse this time. And I should have seen this coming. I should have seen it coming.
You should have low expectations.
Like at least before the worry of Dragon's Rising being bad with Season 1 was like, oh whatever, Ninjago is just bad now. Like that's not really a surprise. But now it's like we have something really good here, please.
Yeah. And it's even worse because like everything they've shown, like from a thematic standpoint, and like just like in terms of the visuals and the vibe of it, is so cool looking.
Yeah, I just can't help but feel people are gonna post like pictures of the wolves in like 9 months from now and go, oh, the missed potential.
Yeah. It's like I love the vibe that they're going for, and to me it screams like, okay, we're gonna take this villain like threat a bit more seriously this time, you know? Because like Imperium was really fun, and like obviously there was like crazy stuff happening with that, but it wasn't taken that seriously. They were kind of like the villain to kind of propel Raz's story forward and get him to where he needs to be. And now I'm like, I really need to see Raz actually be like a cool villain, and I need to see like this stuff pan out. And I don't want it to lose like the goofiness and the charm of Season 1, obviously, but like I hope they kind of increase the stakes a little bit more.
I mean, with like the limited like movements of like the wolf mask like army characters that we have, like they definitely move with like at least ferocity from what I've seen, and it definitely looks like intimidating. That I'm like, oh, this already hooks me from their like presence. So really interested to see like, you know, how the like to see just more of that in the show. And honestly, like their designs as well, like the glowing lights on their masks, that looks so cool.
Yeah,
their designs
are
absolutely immaculate.
Yeah, they're really good.
I like how it just like it makes their like the facial features around their mask just much more sharp.
And the whole like color scheme, or not even like just around the villains, but also just the whole season in general. With like we don't really see it much in the teaser since it takes place not really in that area, but like from the poster, just like the red and purple. Like I love that vibe, and I hope that's like present in the visuals of the season itself.
That first scene with the flashback is immaculate. Not the flashback, the vision.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the clipping through the ground giant mask.
I thought it looked cool.
I think
I like the idea of it.
Cool. It looks cool. It just looks so funny out of context.
I never once got the sense it was goofy until random people on Twitter were like, "Oh, look how funny this is out of context."
I think the only thing for me is immediately just the mask like clearly just clipping through like the reflective floor and just rising up through it.
Yeah, that's a bit silly.
It's like, okay, that could have been done a bit better, but I get what they're going for.
I mean, I gotta see how it's actually.
That's definitely a source dragon vision, though, right?
Yeah, I think in the context of the scene, it'll be a lot better.
Yeah, like you know, when there's like music and stuff, and
yeah, like I can imagine the soundtrack for the season absolutely popping off as well. I'm super excited. I think just the visuals and everything just give me really high hopes for it, which is also kind of scary because it's like Ninjago has a reputation of fumbling really cool ideas sometimes. Especially visual motifs and things. But then they also have a history of making really cool stuff with it, too.
Look at these two shots here. Like, this is literally the same floor. Like, this has got to be the same kind of.
Oh, like the
place.
one that, like the glass one that broke.
Yeah.
The first one, yeah.
Well, yeah, when it had like the floor had like the mirror look, I was like, oh yeah, that's the same.
Well, I'm also hoping they
basic-
follow up on like the first vision he had with like all the gravestones and stuff. I wonder if that'll come back into play and tie back to like the masked.
I think it will.
Because if so, that's gonna be really cool.
Like...
See, I think like I remember everyone was saying like, "Oh, this is a vision of the future." I think it's the past.
Mm.
I think what.
You think it's the
one,
serpent? Wait. If
what you
that's
saw
like...
in season 1 is like a giant battle from like I don't know sometime in like the Source Dragon's time or something like that. Season 2 is him seeing the future.
Well, the Garmadon comics are linked to like the Wolf Warriors, right? Because you see them on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's Serpentine War, I mean that would be weird adding another.
But have the
faction to
Serpentine War existed? No, not Serpentine War. Have the Wolf Warriors existed before the Serpentine War though?
Well, that's what I'm confused about now. Because it's like
Raz,
we've never heard of them
Raz
before.
said the Blood Moon stuff was like ancient power, like centuries old. So I figure the Wolf Warriors existed for quite a while as well.
Yeah, but yeah, I could definitely see you being right about that. I hope it affects Lloyd's character in some way. That's a big thing for me because so far, like, he got that vision and then he's like kind of just like you'd think he'd be a little bit more worried about it, but he hasn't really shown any signs of it. And I hope he does in season 2 because that would be kind of disappointing if they didn't do anything with that. Even if they technically follow up on it with the plot. And character-wise, there's potential there.
I mean, I think they will if Lloyd's still having visions.
Yeah. I just hope the visions actually affect his character and aren't just there to be like, ooh, cool, like weird mystery stuff happening. But, yeah, well, that's just another thing we'll have to wait and see. Hope the next season shows us where the rest of the characters are at. Well, it seems like we'll definitely catch up with Jay, I feel like. I mean, we've still yet to see any sign of Pixel. So I'm curious to see if she comes back. But I don't know.
I'll be honest, I forgot Pixel even existed.
I've been waiting for like any big signs regarding Pixel at all. But we've yet to really get anything. I could see it being like a part 2 thing. I don't know.
I mean, could be.
There's already a lot going on in the story right now. At least as far as we can tell. Yeah, cautiously optimistic, but excited nonetheless. Is kind of my my thing going into this. Which is a bit of a departure from what I thought it would be, because like after Dragon's Rising Season 1 came out and it was good, I was so confident that like by the time Season 2 was being promoted, I was gonna be like really like enthusiastic. Well, I am enthusiastic about it, but like a lot more like, you know, hopeful in it. And it's not like
I'm really enthusiastic, but like there is the part at the back of my head that's like, what if it's a failure?
Yeah. And it's like the more stuff that seems more promising, like the stuff that's come out today, it makes it worse.
Yeah.
Which is like so weird.
Plus, he's preparing the Dragon Rising Season 2 as a cinematic failure.
And Season 1 was actually bad the entire time as well.
I'm gonna have 2 scripts cooked up prematurely.
I remember when the Quest for the Lost Powers book was coming out, I had like 2 video thumbnails prepared. One if it was good and one if it was bad.
I need a bunch of pre-planned tweets.
I went with the disappointing one, but the video itself was pretty positive.
I need like
I don't know, kind of both.
I need a bunch of pre-planned tweets, so that none of mine age badly.
I should probably write a pre-planned tweet in case Skylar ever comes back. And I like being delusional.
That'd be so funny if they release a teaser and Skylar just shows up for like a frame.
Like we just see her ponytail, just like at the edge of
Is that Skylar? Shot. No, guys, that's just Sora with weird lighting.
Oh no, it's that character whose name we all don't know. Just like how Lord Roz in the chat's just like my master strange girl.
I love that account. I saw him on my comments just commenting, "I'm going to take over the world with my wolf warriors." I think that's pretty awesome.
And I just like how Vera in the chat is commenting like we're getting a sequel, like the Garmadon 2 is like a movie that's coming out.
You know the Peggle 2 announcement? It reminds me of that.
I don't recall.
Hold on, doesn't know where you guys haven't seen that clip. Hold on. I'm gonna send it. It's like 2 seconds long.
But I don't remember. I just jumped off the map. Don't worry about that.
Oof.
Anything with Garmadon in its peak. There's a certain season that he's in that I don't think.
Hey, hop off of Hands in Time.
Oh, my bad.
15
my
seconds
fault.
into this video.
Yeah, how dare you go after Peak like that?
Dare I go after Peak? No, but I think I did anything like focused around Garmadon. Oh, yep. All I had to see was the thumbnail, and I remember.
That video is gold. He just jumps up after he announces it.
Yeah. Dude, that.
Garmadon 2.
Oh, that's so funny.
I can't wait for Tournament of Elements 2.
Real.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to reveal that Skylar was the Tournament of Elements.
I forgot about all the tournament stuff.
Oh, that too.
Like, is that... I guess... Because wasn't the temple set supposed to be like the tournament stadium thing, or is that a different set for later?
No, that's a different set for later on.
Okay.
Those are June sets, I think.
So I guess that'll be a part
about.
2 thing as well. That's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that if they do another tournament arc. Because like part of me is like, okay, that sounds exciting. Like I really liked tournament, and I love how that kind of changed the format from like what the general Ninjago season format is.
But on the other hand, they already did it.
Yeah, but on the other hand, it's not gonna be like as interesting the second time.
And like, if it isn't good, then like we're just gonna be like, this is just an inferior version of tournament.
Yeah.
You have those comparisons.
I think a way they can change it is, you guys know the account Ninjago movie, not like the actual one, but like the Twitter account.
Yeah.
I remember I was talking to them about it, and they mentioned that like it could be like, rather than being like a tournament between like a bunch of like elemental masters and stuff, it's like a tournament between like separate dojos. Like say the Wolf Dojo, the Ninja's Dojo, and they're like competing for something that like Raz just happens to want.
I could see that. There's also a lot of potential for
like, I think there is room
to different elemental masters
enough.
now that the merge has happened.
Mm.
So like I wouldn't put it past them if they just recycled that idea and we're just like, hey, but we have like a bunch of new realms and like elemental masters from these realms.
I can't wait for Akita to show up in the tournament.
Elemental master form.
I mean, like, I know like in the Wolf Temple set, like there's like a mini arena there that you could have like characters fight in.
Yeah, that's why I was like thinking, is that what that set was supposed to be? And they just like changed it.
I mean, I feel like it's probably just alluding to it.
Yeah.
Like it's a little tease for us, I guess.
So it makes me wonder how, because like obviously season 1 was really focused on exploring the merge and like a bunch of different realms. But now I'm thinking, is season 2 gonna be more focused on just a few locations? Because it seems like a lot of it's gonna take place like wherever Roz's whole thing is happening.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if we'll have less focus on the whole exploration aspect.
We're actually gonna be in Chima.
Yeah, we'll be in Chima the whole time.
We'll be in the kingdom of Chima.
I guess it would be safe to assume that they're in the wildness. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, that's where Raz's Master's from.
Yeah.
Because Raz is from there. Unless... I don't know, unless Raz's Master's like an extraterrestrial realm hopper, I
Forgot
guess.
about Roz's Master, too. I can't wait for that to be spoiled in the next wave of sets, probably.
What if Raz's Master was the friends we all made along the way?
Roz's Master was actually Ryu.
This is... Yeah, that's why I wanted to capture him a lot. He was like, I need to serve you.
Yeah. I need to serve you by killing you and your whole family.
I mean, it would be rude not to.
Master Dareth. Guys, I can't wait for Dareth to come back in Dragon's Rising Season 2.
And get his green.
And he has an actual
I meant
elemental
brown
power
power.
now because of the merge.
What?
The merge
I
actually
will-
gives him brown power.
That would be so real.
Doc and Kevin gave Dareth what the Hegemans could not. I don't know. I always think about how, like, wait, these are the same writers that also wrote some Star Wars stuff. Kind of insane.
Yeah, didn't they write like a few Lego Star Wars shorts?
No, I was referring to like Star Wars Resistance.
Uh,
Although I don't think I watched those episodes yet. I will say though, like I feel like all jokes aside about the drought, which I guess we left, or I don't know if we're still in it.
we're still here.
That was no drought. Let's be for real.
We're starving
Let's
for
be real,
content. We're starving for content.
There's a difference between the drought and the between period.
There's never been a drought.
Transitional period.
We took our only content.
Okay, but I feel like the current drought, like that, was more. I feel like the current drought was more entertaining because like
Yeah.
more people did, like we saw more people like create some cool stuff. Like Trist has like his like Harumi
Yeah.
fanfic around, and like literally yesterday we got like Candy and Digit are now doing a crystal infection
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
which is
There's
very
been a lot of
interesting.
fun community stuff going on.
And like also we had Frostburn, but who needs to talk about that?
Who needs to talk about what is quite possibly the most ambitious Ninjago fan project? Nah. Let's sweep that
Yeah,
one
who
under
needs
the
to
rug.
talk about that project that I gave?
Especially
because
because Kevin's in it. Like, who wants to support that, right?
you hear my voice in it. I was just like, oh, I don't like it.
Just like, oh, boycott it. Can't have this.
I'm just gonna be like one of those actors that just like, I hated this project. It's the worst thing.
This is the worst
Yeah, like,
thing
as
I've
soon as-
ever worked
As
on.
soon as you collect the money, just start like talking crap about it.
I'm gonna be like that one actress from the Madam Web movie. I'm just gonna talk shit about it.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of fun community stuff going on. I feel bad for Triss because like he was doing the chapter releases, like waiting for the time to like where there wasn't Ninjago stuff happening. And
To
then
be fair, no, he got it on a day where content released when he didn't post. Like he posted the day before and then all the content dropped.
yeah, but still like people are gonna be like content is gonna keep coming for like the next few weeks. So it's like
And now Triss got to be aware of that more.
it is. I feel like if I was releasing something like that and then like a bunch of stuff started coming out, I'd be like, oh crap. I specifically was doing this to fill a content hole that no longer exists.
Where Triss sees handicap, I see opportunity.
That is true. There's more eyes on Ninjago at this point now too. So it's like,
yeah, like if people are watching,
it's a blessing and a
Ninjago,
curse.
that means I can post a video and get more engagement
Exactly.
because everybody is talking about it.
I'll post my Dragon's Rising Season 2 review right now. So
Before it even came out.
Yep.
Yeah, give everyone a sneak peek.
All my points will just be like the best case scenario and the worst case scenario, so that it won't age badly. Because that's definitely how that works.
Well, yeah, there you go. I can't believe the Frostburn stuff's actually coming out. Like,
it looks so good. That project's really cool.
Oh yeah, like from what I've heard, I'm not gonna say anything, but like,
spoil it all.
From what I've heard, that like the ideas and stuff, they actually sound really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm really excited for that. Any fan projects that come out are always really cool. Especially things as like ambitious as that.
Like yeah, like trust me, like my friend who's been like heading the project, they've went through so much pain and anguish so they could get this
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
Like not just with the project, but like personal stuff as well. So like the fact that this is now coming out, it's crazy.
Yeah, because I remember hearing about it like a while ago, which
years ago.
Yeah.
I want to say I first heard about it like either end of 2022 or end of 2021 even. I can't remember which.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but it is really cool to just see it finally coming out, especially as someone who's like always like kind of dreamed of doing something like that myself, but just never had like it's a lot to manage all that. You know, you need artists, you need animators, you need voice actors, you need people to do the music, to write it, It's a lot. It's like a full-on production.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like it's very complicated. Like the writing process, that was like even when they like wrote a draft and stuff, they had like us come on. We talked for like 5 hours, just talking about one part of the story, like not even the full thing. Oh, and Snick asked, what's Frostburn even about? All I can say is just watch the trailer that was posted, like I think a week ago.
Yes.
Because I don't know what's made public and what's not.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk saying anything you're not supposed to.
I know Skylar's in it because she's in the trailer. So it's actually goated and peaked now.
Yeah.
Real.
Just like Crystallized is, because Skylar's there.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, let's be real, she carried the whole season.
Oh, of course.
Roots is actually the greatest episode ever.
Not enough Skylar in it, though.
True. It gets a 9 out of 10 for that.
Yeah, it was close to perfection, but...
they just didn't have enough Oni references in there. You know, if they, you know, the Crystallized would have been really peak if they dragged out Iron Baron's corpse as well.
Dude. And Nauticon.
Like, we needed,
why wasn't Nauticon
I think
there?
we needed more Oni trilogy characters. Like, I know they were trying to make a season that tops the Oni trilogy, so I don't get why they didn't just throw more Oni trilogy stuff in there. You know, it's that simple.
Yeah. They could have.
Just
that's all it takes.
They could have had Nauticon.
Faith show up all by herself.
Right? Yeah.
Have I have 0 lines as well.
Yeah.
No mention of that.
Imagine resurrecting Iron Baron and he had 0 lines.
Oh my god, bro.
Imagine.
Make Iron Baron just go, I was alive this whole time.
They just open a portal
The
to
Overlord
the
brought me back as soon as you stopped looking at me. Ooh.
Crystallized would be the kind of season to like backwards imply that like Iron Baron actually came back alive and continued to rule over the Dragon Hunters, and they never got a happy ending.
Yeah.
Crystallize would be the kind of season to do that, but they didn't.
They literally did that with the Cursed Realm.
Yeah.
What's one more realm?
What's one
Ruin
more?
another.
What's one more? Yeah, Iron Baron actually just broke out of that like metal cocoon. He walked back.
He got Dark Overlord powers because evil balance.
Yeah.
And then he killed all the Dragon Hunters.
That's another thing.
Oh yeah, Rebooted also turned 10 like a few days ago.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I feel really old.
Same here. Cause like I still remember just like seeing that like on Cartoon Network the day it came out. Just being like, oh man, Ninjago's back. I thought it ended.
Yeah. That was wild. And then the rebooted
everyone
premiere.
Everyone else is like, Ninjago still ended.
The rebooted premiere will always hold a special place in my heart. For just how insane it felt.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even if looking back on it, I'm not. I mean, I think the rebooted premiere out of all the episodes and rebooted didn't age that badly.
I watched it like a few days ago.
More solid episodes of rebooted.
Like I was watching that episode a few days ago, and you know, I'm still just like, geez, they did so much in just like one episode. Like I'm still very impressed with that. Like, and it's just absolutely insane. Just like so much explosions and stuff.
Now rebooted, like the premiere and like the second episode after that, where it's like that could have like just been the season, but then they like kept extending the plot. They were like, oh, now you have to shut down this, and oh, now you have to reboot the power and go into the Digiverse and do all this. Like, it could have just been like a little like mini series or like a little I guess a special where the Overlord comes back and then they like they escape the city and then they go turn off the power. And then the day is saved or whatever, they reboot it and then it's fine. But then like the season just keeps going and going and going. It has like 3 different endings.
Remember when they released 2 episodes and then had nothing for a few months?
Yeah.
And that would go on to be one of the most consistent schedules.
No, I think that's really part of what, like, because like people will be like, oh, Ninjago kept going, but like I feel like a lot of people are aware Rebooted existed. If you remind them, they'd probably just stop watching it because it stopped airing. A lot of people probably just assumed it got canceled or something again.
Like,
all right, gang, I gotta head out now, but you guys have a good rest of your stream.
All right, see you, Krusty.
All right, good too.
Thanks for being
here, guys. Thanks for having me.
We'll probably wrap up after I finish this match of Garden Warfare.
Alright, so it's gotta be as long as possible.
Yeah, I'll extend it.
Your internet just starts not working. It freezes.
But yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, it's just like I feel like that theory makes sense though. Like people probably did watch it, but it just blended in with those seasons because of that airing schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like if they had those episodes, like if they actually did a competent like airing schedule, like week by week, rather than like 2 episodes then months. Like I feel like people would remember Rebooted more, because I feel like Rebooted was probably where the disconnect really happened with Ninjago community, like Ninjago and casual viewers.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't remember even how I watched Rebooted, because I definitely didn't watch it live on TV after the first 2 episodes. Because there's no way me as a kid kept up with the airing schedule of that. I did for the first 2 seasons, I remember. I remember watching the season 2 finale live as it was happening. That was a wild experience.
It's so crazy to think that season 1 and season 2 came out in the same year.
Yeah.
And then there's like, I think like 2 episodes that came out like the end of 2021, but that's it. Like, yeah, it's kind of crazy though.
Yeah, they
Because
have.
like I remember the wait for between season 1 and season 2 felt so long.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like that's so far back I can barely remember. Like even with recent Ninjago stuff, I can barely remember like how I watched it or when I watched it as it was releasing. Because there's a lot of Ninjago stuff I just didn't watch as it was coming out. I just watched like later. Because you know there are periods where I wasn't as involved in the community. At least when it came to following it, I actually became like a member of the community like 2 years ago. Which is insane to think about, that I uploaded the first video to this channel like 2 years ago already. That was during like the Seabound drought is when I started making stuff. The Seabound crystallized drought.
You were there when we needed you most.
I can literally only remember like how I watched things like past that point, really, because it's all tied to memories within the community. I can remember. I can remember watching Seabound in like season 11, and kind of Master of the Mountain. I remember what I watched Prime Empire super late. I was like right before Master of the Mountain was about to come out. I caught up with Prime Empire. And then Master of the Mountain came out, and I watched it. I watched like the first few episodes as they got like leaked, I think. They were in really low quality. I don't remember. But I luckily missed out on the finale being spoiled because I like wasn't on Twitter. Well, and I just watched the whole season later after it all released. And I heard about that after the fact. I was like, "Oh. How did that must have been a disaster."
Oh yeah, it was.
There's so many weird Ninjago airing schedule stories that I find fascinating because I didn't participate in most of them.
Well, yeah, they're more interesting when you're not a part of it, and you're just like, oh, this is really strange.
But then the ones like the crystallized one, obviously rebooted. You know, like those kind of stick out more in my mind because I was there, I was around for those. At least I was actively keeping up during those times. Not as much rebooted though. It was mostly like the first 2 episodes, and then they kind of just stopped coming out. And I guess like child me just kind of moved on for a bit until like it came out somewhere else.
I don't even remember watching the base episode on TV, but I remember watching the Zane episode, but like those came out the same day. So I'm very confused.
Yeah. I have no idea what my Tournament of Elements watching experience was like, or my possession.
I forgot how the airing schedule went. I think it was like...
Because I remember buying sets for those when those waves were out. And I obviously had knowledge of the show. What happened, so I'd seen them when the sets were out. I don't remember how I watched them.
That's... I'm trying to remember what the tournament airing schedule was like. Gotta go on Google for help.
I don't remember. And there was Skybound. I don't remember either, but again, I remember buying sets for Skybound and having knowledge of the show. It's weird, like I remember buying the sets for it. And I still have vivid memories of the sets. But I just genuinely don't remember my first time watching any of those seasons.
Okay, this is funny. Because okay, so the tournament almost had like a good airing schedule. But what they decided to do was like the first 7 episodes were like weekly, but then the last 3 they just did per day.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Now that you say that, I remember hearing about that. I feel like how is any kid supposed to keep up with this? Like,
Yeah.
how many kids actually watched on TV as everything came out? Because I didn't. I don't know how I watched them, because like it wouldn't be on Netflix until like years after, right? So like, unless the Netflix releases were super short after, I don't remember where I was watching them. That's such
Like,
a weird thing.
I know with season 6, what they did was like they released like the first 2 episodes in like March and then released the rest in like June. Which is just super, that's just like, why would you just roast like that?
I remember actually one I vividly remember was the Sons of Garmadon. Actually, anything during the Oni trilogy, because like it just seemed like Cartoon Network would like refuse to air them, and then when they did, they got like really bad ratings. So people were like really worried that the show would get like canceled because of it. So that was like a whole thing. I remember.
Okay, the possession one's just funny because they just decide to do it like per day.
That's so
and
weird.
then they just, and then they finally, and then for some reason they're like, okay, we're gonna do. Yeah, they skipped a week or something like that. No, then they went weekly for one bit, and then they went back to day.
That's so strange.
What? Yeah, that's what. Like, at least pick one struggle. If you're gonna do daily, fine. If you're gonna do weekly, fine. Just pick one.
Dude, I wish we could live in a world where like Dragon's Rising Season 2 came out on a weekly basis on Netflix. It was just like
that would be fun.
one episode a week. That would be so
we
good.
actually talk
Because
about
we'd have content for like weeks. That'd be 10 full weeks of content. And then we wait like a month or two, and then another like 10 weeks of content.
And then we would have no drought.
Yeah. Which might be kind of harmful to fan content, but I don't know. I feel like both could coexist.
I mean, again, I feel like fan content, it would honestly encourage more fan content because, like, oh, we have this one particular piece in the episode. Okay, let's make more about this.
Also, what's up, Cheesies, in the chat?
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Hello, Cheesy. In the YouTube chat, not the Discord.
Oh, I was like, oh, Discord?
Didn't mean to confuse you there.
I am always confused. Like, season 7.
Out of order, yeah. I don't understand how any kid was supposed to keep up with the Ninjago airing schedule back in like 2013 to like whenever 2017. Because by the time it was like 2018, I guess 2017, I was kind of old enough to like figure it out, but even then I just didn't bother. I just waited till it got, well, that was like the era of, okay, stuff is online, I'll watch stuff off like YouTube. But then there was the whole thing of like, okay, but like you gotta watch it on TV because the ratings are dropping because everyone's just like posting it on YouTube. And it got to like that point where it was like more people were just watching it off YouTube than on TV because Cartoon Network was not doing a necessarily good job of either nor promoting it nor like actually airing it at times when people would be expecting it.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you missed it the first time, you're out of luck because they're not gonna air it again. They got Adventure Time and Amazing World of Gumball to put on. They didn't have time for Ninjago.
They gotta play Teen Titans Go 24/7.
Yeah, they needed Teen Titans Go. They didn't have time for Ninjago.
No one has time for Ninjago.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Cheesy. This was like a really off the cuff stream. I didn't mean for it to like just randomly happen. Or else I would have let you all know in advance.
Okay, this airing schedule really needs to pick a struggle because for the Hands of Time one, half of it's daily, and then and then there's like 1 week, and then they do daily again.
What? What were they doing? I will say, as much as I wish for a weekly airing schedule, having the part 1, part 2 thing on Netflix where everyone can watch it is better. Even if it's not the best. Because it's like, at least they're all in good quality and they come out. And most people have access to them.
Yeah,
but
true.
you still get them being leaked early, and you still get stuff like that happening. And that's just, Lego's always gonna have that issue, I feel like.
Yeah, it's just so strange.
But it's better than them, like, it's better than you being forced to have to watch them on, like, YouTube, like, off someone's TV. Because they caught it live and you didn't. In, like, terrible quality. But, like, I just dream of a world where they come out weekly. Not just for Ninjago, for literally so many other shows. I just... Any weekly airing schedule just seems so much more engaging to me.
Yeah, weekly definitely is. Like, I feel like if Ninjago had a weekly schedule, like, let's say for, like, Netflix, that way, not only is there, like, more engagement in the community, but there's also... It also, like, makes it so, like, people... Like, more people are able to, like, engage with Ninjago a lot more as well, like, outside of the community as well.
Yeah. And it's a way
like,
longer, like, marketing push. Because the thing with, like... With how how Twitter is... And just the internet in general is, like, something comes out, and then it's, like, relevant for, like, a day, maybe. I know, obviously, in the fan base, it's relevant for much longer, but for anyone outside the fan base, it's relevant for, like, a day. And then it goes away. But I feel like with a weekly schedule, those shows get talked about a lot longer, especially on Twitter. And that's just way better for publicity as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I remember when the Flash, like, kept trending. Like, when I was just looking at trending, I was like, oh, it's trending. Like, on the day it was, like, gonna, like, release an episode. And, like, obviously people had already, like, not liked this show at that point, but, like, even then it was still trending. People were still talking about it. And I do kind of wish we would, like, have something like that where Ninjago had an episode a week and people were talking about it and getting excited and then actively discussing about it.
Yeah. That'd be so much nicer. That's what I like. That was like the bare minimum I wanted from when the shorts came out. It's just like, okay, just do it, like, because like the Virtues of Spijitzu shorts weren't like that great, but they were so much fun because they came out weekly. And it was just like a fun thing to get excited about each week. It's like, oh, a little bite-sized Ninjago thing, and that Twitter talks about when each week when it comes out. But they didn't even do that, and I was like, oh, like, these would have been a lot more fun if they just came out each week, even if there were only, I guess because there were only 3 of them, it made sense to drop them more closer together, but would have been nice at least. Yeah, like Cheesy said, at least we have an actual release date, which is awesome. This is the second time we have a countdown and we have a release date, which is really fun. I like that.
Yeah, that is good. I will say that, okay, what did I just find out here?
11 and 12 episodes aired weekly, or leaked weekly. Yeah, I was not, that was another error where I was not following episode releases, so I watched those seasons after they were already done. Off, like,
would honestly be less
YouTube.
Confusing. Okay, Hunted schedule is definitely one of the weirdest. Because you would have, like, the first 4 episodes released on the same day. And then the following week, you have 3. And then in the following week, you have the rest. on the same day.
That's so strange.
Yeah, you not only get one, you get a couple.
You get a whole bundle of episodes. Enjoy. Oh, that's so odd.
That
But
is so
anyways,
odd. They just don't try.
before I end, final thoughts about Dragon's Rising Season 2 so far, going into we are now officially entered the marketing hype cycle.
Begun the Ninjago marketing has.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. My dog's here. I thought they were gonna bark. Okay, well, I feel like I guess I am pretty excited for what's coming up for Ninjago because not only do we have this new show, like this new season, I mean, but like we're also getting like a comic, and we got the sets revealed as well, which is really nice. So now we have a lot to look forward to, and for the season itself, I mean, presentation aside from the teaser, I do think what we did see was pretty cool. It's nice to see the new like villain faction, and like the visuals look pretty great. I mean, there's not a whole lot to go off of, but
Yeah.
I am still excited to see what this new season has to offer.
Yeah. Like I wanna be like fully confident in it, but I'm a little worried. Um, there's like a few things that I feel like they could really mess up if they're given the opportunity to. But at the same time, I don't want to like worry about it, and I don't want to like, you know, be the guy to be like, oh, this is gonna be terrible, you know. And like more so than not, we've been given like almost nothing but good things shown. I feel like, um, but it's just like it's a case of like the more cool stuff they show, the more I'm like, please don't mess this up, please don't mess this up, because it's looking really promising. Um, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually for some reason I feel more excited about the Garmadon comics that are coming out than the show at the moment. I just think the premise is really interesting, and I really like the last Garmadon comics.
Because like I
And
feel like because
those,
like the Garmadon comics are like more like it's more of its own kind of thing.
yeah, and I feel like there's no way that's gonna end up messed up.
Yeah,
Like
there's like less pressure to it.
there's like no pressure on that. But for the actual show, I'm like because again, like I was like last year, I was like, okay, once Dragon's Rising season 1 is good, if it ends up being good, then I won't have to worry anymore. But now it's worse this year. Now I'm more worried about it. Because like I don't want them to mess up the good thing that they have going.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't wanna worry about it too much though. Overall, I'm
I feel like
excited. I'm optimistic.
I feel like I feel like Cheesy said it well here. I honestly don't know how to feel about the season yet. I'm excited for a lot of it, but only time will tell.
Yeah, only time will tell. Don't want to make too many early claims.
It's
Um,
actually the best season ever. Everyone here is wrong.
this will be funny going back on streams like this once it's over to see once it's out. Because I think what if the first 10 episodes are good, I'll be like, okay, cool. That's kind of how I was with Dragon's Rising season 1. I just didn't expect to be this like nervous about it again. But it's funny.
Because you have hope, and now it's going to be easy to take it
Yeah.
away.
I thought we were done. I thought we were relieved of this. And I wonder how many other people feel the same way. So I feel like I'm definitely not the only one in this camp, but I also feel like there's a lot of people who are like, why are you even worrying about it? It's fine. It'll be good.
You could make
Have more faith.
you can make a tweet. You can make a tweet saying the same thing and see if people agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to stray away too much from sharing too many of my thoughts on Twitter, just because like I don't want to. I don't know. I just like
You don't
pointing
want
out all the
people to
cool
like
stuff
quote
that's
tweeting.
happening. I don't like going over on Twitter and being like, guys, what if it's like this or this, or like worrying about stuff, because then that I like pointing out all the cool stuff that's happening for the most part. So I'll probably continue to be positively, or at least hopefully optimistic about it, but still cautiously optimistic in the long run.
At least we can agree the Aaron Buggy is the greatest Lego set to ever.
Yes, the Aaron Buggy is the best Lego set. Everyone buy it for the full $50. I think that'll make Lego very happy. I can't wait for Lego to see that sell inevitably sell terribly, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's because it's an Aaron set," and then they stop pushing Aaron. That's gonna be an awesome future that I can't wait to live in. See, this is the type of like worry stuff that I don't want to post on Twitter. I know everyone else is gonna be like, no.
Everyone's gonna freak out now.
Yeah. Well, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. Hopefully, I'll do more streams like this, just fun little discussion streams, because these are cool. I'm working on a Monkey Kid video that'll hopefully be out by the end of next month. That will probably age poorly, so take that with a grain of salt. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Kevin, for being here. Thank you to Krusty for also being here earlier. And goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.